A glitch is rarely a good thing. Often, glitches are the reason why our gameplay is disrupted, or why our consoles aren't working up to par. This is especially the case with the Xbox, having been victimized by a whole slew of glitches in its past. That being said, there's even still a few kicking around the Xbox One these days that's of interest to us. Today, we are counting down the top 10 scary Xbox glitches. And really, the scare factor here is whether or not your console is broken, and you can't play that game you've almost finished, never finding out how it ends or if the story turned out okay, or maybe that's just irrational fear. There's also the fear of, oh no, this console is broken and now I have to fork out more cash for a brand new one that may or may not break again before the next gen console comes out, and hopefully all these silly tech issues are resolved. Yeah, I know that one well. Whatever the reason, these glitches are all discouraging, frustrating, or flat out menacing in their own individual ways. For the most part, we'll be focusing on the Xbox One for our countdown, so with that in mind, let's get to the list. In at number 10, Not Today update. Quite literally. This glitch is a common one. The Xbox One system, upon mandatory update, glitches, giving users a message that reads, "There was a problem with the update. You need this update to use your console, but something went wrong." This one is particularly frustrating. You're forced to do a mandatory update and wabam, your Xbox is broke. This has even happened to PS4 users in recent times too. Now, if you're lucky, this is just a blip thanks to your internet connection. If you're unlucky, this could be a hardware issue, or an issue with the update on Microsoft's end. And like many of the other glitches on this list, if you've tried all the suggested help or advice from Microsoft available online and it still doesn't download, you're likely gonna have to contact them. Fun stuff. Moving on to number 9, no games for you. This one pertains to games not installing, and is the case with most consoles when you download or insert a new game disc into your console. You have to wait a certain amount of time for the game to install, which is fine normally, except for when this glitch occurs and the installation process freezes midway, or just sits at 0% for what feels like an eternity. Usually the way to solve this is to uninstall or delete the program and then try to reinstall it. But in other cases, this could be an issue with the console's optical drive, the disc itself, or the best case scenario, a network connection. Up next, number 8, the audio glitch. So now you can see the games that you're playing, but you can't hear Welcome to our next glitchy issue on our list, when your console's audio is not working correctly. This is definitely one of the more common problems encountered on our list, since this actually extends to a multitude of known audio issues users have had with the Xbox One console since its release. Luckily, these are in fact audio glitches and not issues with the hardware. Generally, this glitch causes you to not hear the audio of your games or streamed videos properly, or just not at all. Usually this issue comes down to needing a new HDMI cable, but sometimes it can be a bit more complex than that. Here's hoping that if this is happening to you, a new HDMI is all you'll need. Up next, number 7, no Xbox Live for you. Xbox Live is essential for certain titles. There's many gamers out there who almost exclusively use it rather than not. While Xbox Live is prone to go down every now and then, or your internet connection will occasionally go down, sometimes Xbox Live can go glitchy and not even work even if there aren't any global connectivity problems. So when this happens, you'll be hit with an error message. From there, there's a bunch of troubleshooting you can do to try to solve this issue, like rebooting your modem or router in an attempt to reconnect Xbox Live. Trying a power cycle also seems to help, according to those who have experienced this glitch. Up next, number 6, crash. It's never fun when a game crashes or freezes. Sometimes the timing is horrendous, and your game will crash right before a monumental point of its narrative, or in the middle of a match or conflict. In cases with online games, it could ruin your game altogether, at least for that round, and it will take a small amount of time to reset everything to get going again. And if you're like most gamers, you've got a busy life to attend to, so gaming time is precious. This glitch can be caused by either glitches or bugs in a game itself, or because of server issues. Up next, number 5, no power. Perhaps one of the most infuriating problems to experience on our list, this glitch causes your Xbox One to not power on when you try to power it on. You have one job, power button. Obviously, it's a more complex issue than that, jokes aside, but just saying. This glitch will either cause your console to not turn on at all, or it will turn on but shut off shortly afterwards. If you've run into this problem, there's a series of suggestions that Microsoft offers before having to call them up and complain, like double checking that your power supply is actually plugged in or working properly. It's obvious, but sometimes obvious is exactly the case. Up next, number 4, powers down. It's the reverse now. Less common than our previous number, this glitch will cause your Xbox One to randomly turn off. Yikes. Definitely something you don't want to happen mid-gameplay, that's for sure. Caused by a very different glitch than the no power issue, sometimes this is a malfunction, but it is generally caused by an issue with the ventilation system. And if it ain't ventilation, it's likely a problem with power for the console. Ah yes, the stuff of headaches. Up next, number 3, kicked out. A common glitch that occurs for Xbox One X owners is the Xbox Live Disconnect glitch. According to some users, when this happens, their Xbox Live disconnects for 5 seconds, which is just long enough to kick a player out of a party or other online activities. Sure, it's not the end of the world, but imagine getting kicked out of an incredibly important moment during your game, or playing online and all of a sudden other players in your game start dropping like flies because of this glitch. No bueno, friends. And it's not because of the internet's connection issues either. Users who have reported this glitch claim that their internet download speeds are consistently strong whenever this occurs, and cycling their Xbox or disconnecting to the Wi-Fi and reconnecting does not solve this issue. Moving on to number 2, the YouTube glitch. According to some users on Reddit, there is an Xbox One X glitch that occurs when opening up the YouTube app on the system, specifically only for videos in 4K playing at 60 frames per second. The result is that your screen turns into a horrifying checkerboard gray hunk of a distorted image, or it has purple and green lines cutting through that image, making it difficult to see clearly, or properly for that matter. Others have reported the YouTube app glitching, causing their screens to freeze on a pixelated image, with the video eventually returning to normal. After the initial panic, that is. Others have reported seeing the glitch occur on YouTube and then Netflix shortly afterwards. One solution, according to a Redditor, is to disable or enable your TV's YCC 4x2x2 in advanced display settings, since some TVs actually have issues running 4K content. And last but not least, in at number 1, the grind. Is that a chainsaw? No, it's your Xbox's disk drive. That sounds rather unpleasant, doesn't it? This disheartening and worrisome noise is something that many Xbox One owners have reported. Essentially, when you pop a disc into the console's optical drive, it makes a grinding sound that is quite unsettling. Then an error message pops up that says, I quote, "Sorry, we can't play the disc. Try an Xbox One game, music CD, or movie on a Blu-ray or DVD." Helpful, Microsoft, real helpful. Luckily, this doesn't actually damage your disc, despite the grinding suggesting otherwise. Often this glitch can be remedied by returning said disc and getting another, or contacting Microsoft directly. There have been cases where the problem was unsolvable, and Microsoft had to ship a brand new console replacement to owners. Alright, there we have it, friends. What other Xbox glitches or troubles have you experienced in the past that left you a bit traumatized? Give us a shout in those comments below and let us know your thoughts and feels. If you dug this video, you'll know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button, share it with a friend, and be sure to subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for more lists just like this. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video.